going to catch you up here just a little bit on what's been going on since our last visit, and it's been quite eventful. A week ago today, we had our last rain of what they called our rain event. We had 2.7 inches, which brought us to a total of just about 16 inches in a 9 or 10 day period. At that time, the wheat was still all standing in the field, and it looked like it was going to be an absolute mess. But the sun came out, and Monday we were able to start cutting wheat, and you're going to see some of that. We took a little footage of that for you. So we got the wheat all cut, and then we turned around and decided to put it back into double crop soybeans. So we're about an hour and a half away from finishing that up. We've been working at it all day. Reason being, the wheat was just kind of average, and it's still not too late to put in beans. The conditions are good, so it'll allow us to maybe reap a little bit more income from these acres, because the rain did damage the wheat and hurt the yield on it throughout the spring. So awfully grateful for the guidance system today, because trying to plant in this wheat stubble, you really can't see where you've been, and it's just kind of a pain. But we used to do all sorts of things, to go at an angle or anything we could to try to see our mark. Now that we have the GPS, it can keep us right where we're supposed to be, and makes for a lot easier day. The guidance system that we purchased is transferable, so we were able to use this same system in the combine when we cut the wheat, and then it took about 10 minutes to take it out and transfer it to the planting tractor, so that we're able to use it in here, and saved us from having to buy two separate systems, because the one in the combine would sit around most of the time. It's only used a couple of weeks a year, so that worked out really well for us. So we got our GPS, we've got our planter monitor, of course, telling us the population is what's going on back there. If we got any problems and how much we're putting on, and it gives me all the information that I need. We're getting ready to stop and put some more seed in the planter, and at this point we're down to bags instead of the bulk seed, because we've just got a few acres left and not enough for a bulk bag, and if we break into one of those we can't take it back, so we have to open some sacks and dump them in there, and then whatever we don't use we're able to return for somebody else to use. Seed companies are the epitome of the bean counter. We used to get a bushel in a bag, and then they went down to 50 pounds in a bag. Now they count the individual seeds in a bag. So a bag has 140,000 seeds in it. So whatever size they are, whatever it weighs, 140,000, that's all you're going to get. It's just pretty amazing that we can get the kind of rainfall that we had in those excessive amounts. And 3 or 4 days later, we're back in the field, and conditions are good. We didn't make any ruts. We just was able to cut the wheat and run on top, which was most surprising to everybody. Usually, sometime around this time of the year, the river decides it's going to get out. When all the rain started, that's exactly what we expected to happen. But I don't know as I ever could remember a time when we had that much rain and the river didn't get out, but it didn't rain north of us. So our water was able to get on out and shoot south, and we didn't have to take a bunch of water from up north. So it was just kind of a very unique situation these last few weeks. So every year is different. About the time you think you've got some things kind of figured out, you get reminded that you really don't. So when we get this done, we're going to kind of take the evening and maybe slow down just a little bit. I might even take time to shave. It's been about, I don't even remember the last time. So we're going to keep working here, and we're thankful for you all tuning in, and be sure to subscribe. We'll see you next time.